Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Cinnamon and Spice Podcast.
Okay, Rain, sweet.
Not a dang thing. I'm Ak.
And I'm Nine.
Yes, and welcome back. Woo, y'all.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, y'all. Shout out to our supporter. I didn't think we said this on our last episode, but supporters sent us some gifts, and these shirts were part of it, little Cinnamon and Spice. And I love these shirts.
Okay.
These are so cute. And they're comfy.
Yes,
they're really comfy. I like this. But yes, y'all, it's been a lot going on in the world, to say the least.
Yeah.
The state of our country is
in a state of emergency.
Literally. Like,
I was just having a conversation yesterday how I feel like, me personally, you just need a reset. Just go
but what does the reset look like to you? What does the reset look like? Be real. What's the reset?
Said the rapture.
Was you keeping up with rapture talk? The other week?
That was
the other day?
That lady sold her house, wanted to get her house back.
Dumb.
One person put her kids
Girl,
in foster.
So one thing,
why you thought your kids wasn't going to go to heaven with you? You put your kids in foster care because the rapture was coming, and then now you want them back? No. Religious psychosis is enough to, in my opinion, no, you shouldn't get your kids back. They're probably safe.
Well said. I'm so happy you said that because, yes, religious psychosis is a thing. If you read your Bible, no man
will know the time
nor the day. So it was like the people who were doing it for shits and gigs, the entertainment was funny, but selling your house and all that, be for real, y'all. Be for real. Now look at you, looking stupid. And again, like you said, you didn't think your children was gonna go to heaven with you. What the children do? We do not care about children. People don't want to be kids, don't want to be parents, y'all. Let me say this. And I seen someone say this on TikTok the other day, and they were like, people don't want kids, they want babies. Mm-hmm. After kids hit about 7, 8, getting closer to that 10, up into the preteens, there
is sometimes a shift
in the way the parents go about things. I don't think a lot of parents think past a lot of that. Like, and I really don't think a lot of parents think past the diaper stage. Mm-hmm. Like, it's insane to me the lack of protection we have for children in this country on all fronts. Yeah. From education to simple things like healthcare, even child protective services, like
being an entire joke.
An entire joke.
Like, a lot of the systems that we have in place currently have shown time and time again how they're faulty or just don't work. And we continuously, because to do them.
Because of how they were set up. First of all, a lot of these things were never set up for us. Yeah. And I think that's where, so this episode really is about protecting the children. But just in this moment, I just need us Black people, just for a moment, let me say this for y'all. If you're watching this, all the non-Blacks to the back. I'm talking to the Blacks right now, okay? Shout out Mona Leo. Go stream all her music.
Okay.
I need us to wake up. I need us to stop being so okay and complacent with what the heck is going on in this country, because if we would stop submitting to this stuff and stop just being okay with it because that's just how it is and all this BS that they have programmed you to think, if y'all would stop thinking like that, we could get so much more done. Mm-hmm. We could really revolutionize, and we could build our own community and just, because we matter. Like, what happens with us, our dollars matter for sure. If y'all haven't seen that with some of these corporations. Yeah. Disney, hello. ABC, hello. Y'all see what happened to y'all last week after what y'all tried to do with Jimmy Kimmel. We can make a change, right? But it's like, I really need us to wake up and start really putting our feet to pavement and trying to make real changes, and stop submitting to this propaganda and this capitalistic lifestyle that we have been grown to, kind of live in. It's not okay. Yeah. So just like you were saying, the reset is gonna have to start with a lot of y'all just simply waking up and changing your thought process on this stuff.
You have to have some type of consideration for others, and that's where like as a nation we are lacking. Like, no one can feel for the next person, or no one wants to look out for the next person because, oh, well, me,
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
And like even when we had the conversation on spirituality versus religion, like that is an aspect that is missing in like the spirituality talk. Is like, dang, okay, everything's not always going to be focused or centered around you, but that doesn't mean that it's not important to still stand up
Right.
when it's not about you.
Exactly.
Like if the only time that you care about something is when you are without it, then you miss the mark. Because that's why we keep going through the same thing.
That's why
like,
farmers are crying right now. Because y'all were racist during the election and y'all thought that all the stuff that Trump was talking about was only going to affect black and brown people and minorities. It is affecting everyone. So now that it's affecting y'all, now y'all mad?
Don't be
And this
shocked.
goes back to the children, right? Oh, and just while we were talking about it, when you were just saying, people are so me. Surrounding all of this, like that whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, and it was very disheartening to see. And don't get me wrong, the people who had to witness that,
Yeah, that's traumatic.
that is traumatizing.
Yeah.
That is traumatizing. No one should have to witness
Like knowing that his
type
kids
of
was
thing.
out there, like that is crazy. Like it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
It's happened to a lot of my leaders.
It shouldn't happen.
But
Yeah.
it shouldn't happen. But that's the thing, like where people need to understand, because even with his rhetoric, that's the part that he would be missing. Is that okay? Because it wasn't outside of your back door, it didn't matter. It was a couple people got to die for the sake of gun for us to have guns.
And he said that was okay. He didn't expect himself to be a casualty. And that goes back to also, you were spewing these type of rhetoric. So like some people were like, oh, I feel sorry for his children. This is gonna sound real insensitive. I don't feel bad for Charlie's kids. I feel bad for the people. If they were out there and witnessed that, I do feel bad for that. Do I feel bad? Not really. He was raising them to be just like him. That's all I'll say on that one, okay? I'm not even gonna drag that on to those kids. They are still probably gonna be brought up to be just like him. I don't feel bad for that. I don't, but I do feel bad for the people that had to witness that, and I also don't feel bad for that because he did not feel bad for George Floyd's daughter.
didn't.
And he actually cheated on George Floyd.
Them having the same birthday is crazy.
Insane.
Talk about karma.
Talk about karma.
Or plant.
We can have a whole episode on the plant thing because I went down a rabbit hole of conspiracy around the whole. Yeah, we won't do that on this episode. Right now, we're gonna focus on the kids.
We are gonna focus on the kids.
We're gonna focus on the kids because that's what we're here to talk about.
But on the topic of gun safety,
Yes.
I don't like how we have police officers in schools that are like policing children. But when crap go down, where are y'all at?
Where are y'all? They over there looking like
And
this.
also, why are y'all like? I'm not saying anybody deserves to die.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Of
let me say,
of unnatural,
we all deserve it because that's one
I'm
thing
saying-
that we're gonna
I'm
promise.
saying of
so.
unnatural,
We'll take
like
that.
of
Yeah.
unnatural causes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
dang,
yeah.
like we all should be able to grow old in a sense.
Right? Yes.
So
Agreed.
I'm just confused as to why y'all keep targeting kids. Like, there's like, bro, if your job pissed
So
you
crazy.
off, there's so many places you could go. Why are you bothering the children? Like,
It's crazy. School shootings. I forgot how many. What's the number as of today? Because they don't. School shootings are not.
then there was one thing talking about the little boy who disarmed the
black boy who was suspended.
Yeah, and got suspended. How do
Yeah.
you suspend people for disarm? So y'all want it to happen. Like certain things, it's like, dang, like, is this something that y'all are really against? Because
Right.
y'all ain't even trying to shoot.
Ugh, it's not even giving me the number right now. It's been like 70 something, 80 something school shootings in the U.S. in just 2025. In just 2025, and we mentioned the Charlie Kirk thing because the day that happened, the school shooting happened as well, not too far from where he was murdered because it was murder. We didn't get really much.
There was no
on
coverage
that
on it at all.
A week later,
It's a whoop-de-doo.
not even a week
Another
later, the
day.
next
Like,
day, Black universities are being targeted because of that. Mind y'all, Charlie Kirk was killed by one of his counterparts.
Okay. That was white on white crime. They ain't had nothing to do with
Okay.
this.
one of his counterparts.
Bless you.
Thank you. So HBCUs, thank you. HBCUs being targeted was telling, first of all, but it's also very sad because it's like, okay, and again, y'all ain't worried about the right things.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go target HBCUs? How about let's get some gun control around here?
Thank you.
Let's not allow people to buy military grade rifles. Because what do you need it for? A handgun? I am all for people protecting themselves and having guns, but handguns. What? Or a shotgun. If we're going to go big guns, do shotgun. Why do you have an AR-15? What?
I'm for the guns. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie. I'm for the guns. I am.
What?
And I'm just hoping.
You are for AR-15s?
Yes, I honestly don't care what kind of gun you got. I don't care. My issue is, do I feel like there could be some better vetting process on who we're allowing to buy guns? Yes. Should 18-year-olds off the rip be able to have access to those types of things? No, I don't feel that way. But I personally don't like the idea of just the government being the one with the big guns. Which, to the argument, oh my gosh, what are you going to use the guns for? I don't know. I will say that's your business. That's your business.
It's their business, but and then they go shoot up a school. That's their business.
But even
or a grocery store or a church.
But that's the thing. Y'all could have vetted that. A lot of these people who do these mass shootings have had some sort of mental health episodes prior to. Y'all kind of had them on the list of, dang, I'm not going to lie, he was kind of weird in school. Yeah. Y'all had red flags where it was dang, this person is somebody who we probably shouldn't trust with a gun. But they had access to him. So I'm not opposed to... But not all of them. I mean, yeah, but that's one of those things
and
where...
then at what point do we say, when it comes to even the mental health, so because someone has mental health speculations, they can't get a gun?
If you got suicidal ideations, you probably shouldn't have one.
Okay, and I'm not.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. But there's levels to mental health.
You shouldn't have a gun.
But there's levels to mental health. Though, someone.
So, like I said, there should be some type of vetting. Right now, there's not a vetting for it. So, hence why there's that issue.
I agree. No, I do agree the vetting is what's.
Yeah, if you got some stabilizing,
we don't need access to military guns. I don't think that. I do not agree with that at all. I actually do.
Yeah,
I think we need.
I'm cool with the people
past the shotgun. It needs to be a shotgun or a handgun. Past that, AR-15s, bazookas, all these, and then they be having the rounds on them. Wow.
Military shit. I don't know.
Whoa. What? Because it's everyday people having that.
I don't trust the government to have them. So I just feel like.
I mean, the way
because the way I view it, and this is just me personally, I've grew up around guns.
Yeah,
that's not something that's scary to me. I've grown up and seen what thugs can do. I've seen what but that's what I'm saying.
Scared when the white people got them.
Okay, and here's the thing: if the only people that are allowed access to guns is white people, that's gonna be a scary ass world. Yeah, if you tell me the only people that gonna have the guns is white men or part of the government, that is terrifying to me.
That's not all. I want black people in the government.
Yeah, that's cool and all. They still white. So with that being said, I want in my world, if
military people don't be offended now, because I know y'all.
Fuck it. All I'm saying is, if the only person who has access to these big old guns are people who already showed that they're not trusted with them, I don't necessarily think that's fair. On most things, I'm an eye for an eye or an equal opportunist, if you will. So for me, if the purge do happen, as long as I have access to weapons as well, I'm not opposed to it being a whole spray zone. But for me, it's damn, if all I got access to is this handgun and we fighting, that's the math's not mathing.
But see, if we crack down on the guns that are accessible, then everybody just got handguns. Or shotguns. Everybody,
I'm not trying to limit. I don't care what type of gun you want. And that's where I'm saying where we are different in this topic is I don't care what type of gun you want to own. What I care about is damn, who are we giving them to? If
I care about both though. If you can hate that.
Divvy that out, then it's cool.
I care about both.
With that, but I'm
I just feel like it is really important. No, screenings, they need to start screening people. Deeply. It shouldn't be no 3, 4, 5, 10, even 10 little questionnaire. They need to go through some a few rounds or whatever to be able to get a gun. I just feel for instance, countries like Europe, where gun control is really down, them niggas over there stabbing each other. Mm-hmm. You got to worry about a nigga walking up on you and stab you. And then for a nigga to walk up and stab you, you got to let that nigga get real close.
You know how painful that is?
Exactly.
That's
but a gunshot hurt too.
I'm saying, but that could be quick. But that's
it can, but it can also be slow.
It's a painful death.
Hey, you can also live.
Yeah.
Through from a stab wound.
And you could survive a shot too.
Not with no AR.
Some survive like 8.
Not when they just shot a couple rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because 50 Cent got shot how many times?
That was like 12.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, still like here talking shit. I know that's right. 50. Shout out 50 Cent.
Shout out 50.
Shout out 50 Cent. You can't kill him.
I'm a bad bitch.
You can't kill him. I like that actually. I just think I grew up around gun jazz, but because I am just not someone who really likes them.
Like, unfortunately, America's not like Japan, for example. Like how Japan's like, oh, you can get no gun.
But I think we can take note. I think if America took note when it comes to gun control with some of these other countries, things like school shootings wouldn't be the number one, like one of the leading causes of deaths for children right now in America. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I'm like, it's all fun and games when it's all cool when it comes down to like war and, people going, but when it comes to these children, that's why I'm like, there's a child walking into a school with an AR-15 because his father had access to it. Mm-hmm. And then, so he got access to it through his father, but then he decided he hates a list of girls because maybe these list of girls pissed him off at school. So he's going to go kill everybody at the school today.
That's what I'm saying.
That's when things...
Right there, that gun was already, like, I'm not trying to say set up for failure, but if you, if you're gonna have stuff like that in your house, it should be locked up. It shouldn't be easily.
But what if it is?
But
he still is able to get in.
And there's a lot of what ifs in the world, and unfortunately that sucks. But that's why I'm saying, like, if that was vetted differently in the beginning, like, bro, if you know that any moment somebody's gonna ask you, so where are they? If you only have them,
if they weren't even accessible at all.
I mean, but if it's not okay, because once again, if it's not an AR. They've killed with the handguns. Like, I don't think the type
but
that's where, to my point, like, the type of gun doesn't matter. If your intention is, damn, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you.
I agree. I just
think
it's just... With handguns and with, like, military-grade guns, it's like, there's even with a shotgun, there's a complete difference on why and even how they are used. Like, you kill less people with a shotgun and a handgun compared to these military-grade. Like, you can really go through a school and line them kids up real fast. And that's just off one round or how many ever. And that's why I say, like, the vetting, because I know the system is flawed, the vetting is going to be flawed. So I'm not going to trust the vetting. I'd rather cut it off at what we have access to, period. Because the vetting is going to be flawed. And we know that. It don't matter if these people
they're going to have a hard time getting them people guns from them.
Oh, no, it's too late.
I'm like...
That is too late. I'm not saying they're going to be... Because they can't... The guns that are already out there, they're out there. We can't do nothing about that. But for the ones that are still accessible and people are still going to buy, that's where I'm like, it just needs to be harder to buy guns. And some guns should just not be available to buy. Period. That's just how I feel. Like, a lot of these guns should not be available to purchase from everyday people. Because what the hell are y'all using it for? I get some people may be like, oh, they hunt. All right, hunting what? Black people? Oh, okay. I don't trust it. I don't trust the system to vet these people properly because, again, everything goes back to race. They're not going to do shit about that. So I'm like, the vetting, I'm not going to be able to trust that. So I'd rather cut it off at just having access to it, period. Because that would make me feel like, okay, well, at least I don't have to worry about my future kids getting shot up in school by his classmate with a rifle. I mean, with some AR-15. And if the kid do bring a handgun, then maybe my kid can be that little black kid and at least be able to disarm him. And we'll worry about that suspension later, because fuck that school. Maybe we going to just switch your school. But at least I do think gun safety and knowing, like, proper gun control, everyone should know, like, period. But that is different from when it comes to, like, being able to access these guns. We don't need access to these guns. We shouldn't even have to think about going to war with each other every day. But that's the country we live in, sadly. And these kids are not being protected on all fronts, even past gun control. These kids can't read.
Yes. That's a big problem.
These kids can't read.
They navigating the heck through an iPad, through somebody's phone, but they can't read what's going on.
This teacher on TikTok got something stolen off of her desk. and a little Hello Kitty thing. She wanted all her kids to write about their behavior or whatever about it because she really wanted somebody to confess, but she punished the whole class. Well, not punished. She made them write a prompt of, reflecting. And one of the kids spelled steal, as in I'm stealing it from you, STILL. That told me everything I needed to know when she was reading that. I mean, and then they, how they be like, on, like the ION. Mm-hmm. They are writing that.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for the kids. They can't read. They barely know how to do math. They can't write cursive. So how are they going to ever sign a signature ever? Like printing a signature? Another story. But it's like, these kids...
Some of that stuff is by design. Like, they purposely took it out of schools. Because, like, if you figure now, like, Trump straight up said, like, hey, the people who love me are stupid. Yeah. So, with that being said...
laughed.
Yeah, like, with that being said...
They thought it was funny.
Yeah, and if you hold up all of our old documents that are in cursive, they not reading them.
They not reading them.
Or how, like...
They can't read them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, it's
can't read, let alone the cursive. It look like gibberish to them. They think they reading
it's
pig
by
Latin.
design. Like they don't want us knowing. They don't want us to have the information. They don't want us to know what is written. They want us to kind of like how prior to Black people being able, like being taught to read or being allowed to more it's because they want to be able to control what they give them.
Yeah,
and you can only do that if they're able to like
control what they learn. Yeah. Agreed. And it's I don't mean to call y'all kids dumb because I know a lot of y'all
dumb too.
It starts at home, and that's exactly where I was about to go. A lot of y'all are not even doing y'all's part at home. Y'all are putting it all on the teacher. And my mama never did that.
But also
even during the summertime, we had them little fucking workbooks we had to work up. Like, what are you doing as a parent to make sure your child doesn't fall behind and just knows the basics, just simply the basics, Stop putting all the work, stop putting all the hands into the educators because the educators are overwhelmed. The classrooms are getting bigger, okay, and they are getting paid less. So we can't put all the hands into the educator. It starts at home. Hello, we got to put some type of care in it, and actually enforce something with our children. But we got to care about ourselves too. If you can't read your kids' homework, then maybe you need to be... Y'all dumb too. That's just saying. Yeah. Like, it trickles down to the kids, and I hate it for these kids.
It sucks
and it's funny
a lot of us
us
are
childless
like
people are the ones calling it out. We can read, we can comprehend high, because they say the average American can't read, don't have reading comprehension. And when they say can't read past the 6th grade level, y'all, they're not saying that y'all can't read the words. They're saying y'all can't comprehend what the hell that shit is saying. Like, yeah, you might be able to read the words and know what the words say, but you did not comprehend nothing. Y'all don't have reading comprehension is what y'all don't have, which is the most important thing, because it's one thing to be able to read the word, but then can you comprehend the sentence you just read? Most of y'all cannot, and that is a national statistic. Cannot read or comprehend past the 6th grade level. So it's like, maybe y'all need to be going back to school. Maybe y'all need to care more about me. Pick up a book. Like you was saying on the last episode. Y'all over here mad because about Barnes and Noble dates. Y'all need to be in Barnes and Noble. Y'all need to be in somebody's public library.
Let's go back to the libraries here.
Back to the libraries. Please, everybody go get a library card. This week, I challenge you. If you're seeing this episode and you don't have a library card, I'm challenging you not only to go to the library and check out a minimum of one book, not even too many. I challenge you to read that book front to back in less than 2 weeks, because it don't take that long to read a book. Okay? I challenge you. If you're watching this episode and you have not read a book front to cover in at least a year, I challenge, even if you have, I still challenge you to do it. Because we should be reading. We should continuously keep our minds going and learning and educating ourselves, because it don't stop as you get older. Like, you got to keep learning, y'all.
Yeah.
Education is really important.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. Because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that you don't use that we learned in school, yeah, it's girl, PEMDAS. And that's still, they remember that conversation. Yeah. They teaching that completely different now.
Stuff constantly changing.
It's always changing, which is why it's important for us to stay educated and read, because reading is fundamental. But I also want to be transparent, because we always try, obviously, me and I to try to be very transparent. We know we are childless women. We ain't got kids. And I know how some parents feel about childless people having opinions. Let me tell y'all this. Some of y'all parents don't even need to be parents. And as childless people, just because we ain't got kids don't mean we don't know or we don't know common sense or certain things. It's actually a statistic saying the people who are having children are the dumber ones. So you may want to listen to the childless people or at least be more open to their opinions, right? You don't know everything. And that's okay. We're not expecting you to know everything, but I am expecting y'all to be open to hearing.
People done with a statistic crazy.
Huh? I didn't. They didn't. Google it. You can Google this.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what. Look, I'm just saying what they say.
I'm just saying. It's the majority of educated people are not having kids. So let me not say the dumb ones are having them, but it said the educated ones weren't. So how else was I supposed to take that?
Like the
dumb ones are.
Like
right?
the stupid ones love Trump. It's full circle.
And think it's funny.
Full circle.
And think it's funny.
Think it's funny.
They laughed when that
Yes.
he said it right in their face. And they I said,
and cheered up. Woo! It's the double down.
most of my supporters are not smart. I'm concerned. that this man, that big beautiful Bill.
Trump just shows the dangers of being racist.
Oh my gosh. He really has highlighted it.
You really rather someone who's under, like, qualified, who wrecked crap his last term, who's on that list that's no longer a list.
What list?
The Epstein
Oh, I was
list.
about to say, we talking about Epstein? Okay, cool.
Just to then, because the lesser of two evils. Where was the
evil
Where
in Kamala? I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for it.
And it was gonna be worse than this. Like I am.
But you know
confusion.
what? Joe Biden was a hater of hers too.
He was.
And the Democratic Party was not. They helped perpetuate this lesser of two evils with them and all the negative rhetoric towards Kamala. The Democratic Party played a part in that. The people who stood behind Joe Biden.
He did her a disservice dropping out a couple months prior to when it mattered.
Even past the dropping out. This man, and you know she wrote a book, 107 Days, about her campaign. She goes into how this man was her hater.
I believe it.
He was a hater. He is a hater, which I'm not surprised he's a white man.
He's not even stable, but he's
An old white man who barely stable. But at the end of the day, Joe Biden ain't too far from Trump. In my opinion, I was never that big on Biden, but if we were talking lesser of evils, he was the lesser one from Trump. But when it came to Trump and Kamala,
yeah, I wasn't understanding that.
It was not too evil.
Oh, she locked up bad people too.
Did she?
She was a DA.
She did her job, and it wasn't just black people she was locking up. Let's be fucking for real, okay? And then,
but even
then
with
when you look into that, she had programs set up. It wasn't that she was locking them up. You had to plead guilty, then do a program. Once you finish the program, you would get your charges expunged. People didn't tell you that part.
It was the I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna let it go.
You gonna let it go?
I'm gonna let it go.
We gonna let it go. What? In summary, I don't think y'all heard us on that last Protect the Children episode. That's why we tried to run it back, and I know we went a couple different routes this episode. But in all seriousness, y'all, we have to protect these kids.
Yeah.
They are our future.
Like, there needs to be more community, because that was a point that I was gonna bring up, even when speaking on, like, parents not being able to be as active in the household. When you imagine that both parents are working 40 plus hours a week, some are working several jobs,
hustles,
like, it sucks, but like the amount of attention that a child requires,
it takes a village.
The American like dream is not set up to give you time at home. It doesn't give you time at home.
Barely
and
for single people.
Yeah, and
I mean, without children.
No, literally, because like I don't have them, and I still don't be feeling like I have a full 24 hours of my day.
Yeah.
But I could only imagine if on top of that I had to run you to basketball practice, if I had
help
to sit
you
here
with
and
your
pick
homework,
you up from tutoring,
get
if I
you
had
some
to
dinner.
It's like if you are one of those
That's
people who
stressful.
are like if you are a childless person and you have people in your realm that has kids see what you can do to
Yes,
help.
yes.
Because like I even had to tell my sister,
Be
like,
that
girl, you
community.
sitting here trying to turn into octopus. I'm in Charlotte
You
now.
right here, yeah.
like if
Let
you
me
need
help.
people to pick them up, if it's after a certain time, I got you.
Let me
Like you
help.
don't even have to worry about that. Like you don't gotta extend yourself in areas
Yeah.
where you don't have to no
Yeah.
more. Like no, because if all you're doing is pointing down a finger, telling people what they're not doing, but then not in the same breath offering resources to help them get better,
Yeah.
what are we really talking about? Like you
Nothing.
don't miss the mark. Like bitch, I don't
Exactly.
care what you
The
can
plot
point
has
out.
been lost,
yeah,
yeah.
like bitch, we can all tell the room dirty, but is you gonna pick up
Is
the
you-
clothes?
Hello.
Like, is you gonna help? Like,
Hello.
So
We
I
gotta
would,
help.
Yeah.
Community is everything. We have
Once it
lost
get-
the plot when it comes to community in this country, especially in the black people. It takes a village, y'all. Childless people, let's try to do more to help our childbearing friends, especially because they're doing the work to populate this country since we aren't.
Okay.
You know? And then our childbearing friends, be more susceptible to the help. You got to be more susceptible
Also,
to
let
the
people
help.
know where, because that's
Yeah.
another thing. I don't have kids, so I don't know
Yeah,
where you
you
need
don't be
help
knowing.
or what I can do that
don't
would
know
be
that
helpful.
life. Yeah.
Like here I am. I'm thinking that me getting you a couple bills and some diapers was
Was
helpful,
good.
but maybe you needed another area that I didn't see.
Yeah.
So if it's something
Maybe
like
after school,
Yeah,
or,
like-
little tutors, whatever it is, speak up. But we got to protect these kids, y'all. They're leading
Yeah.
the future. We need them to know how to read, write, do math, write their names, comprehend things. It's cool that whole soft parenting thing. I love that y'all
Yep.
wanted them in tune with their emotions. Cool.
But can we separate spaces too?
Yes.
Because there's
Ooh,
no
yes.
there's no like
Kid spaces
Yeah, there's
anymore.
no kid spaces
It ain't.
anymore.
They
Like
getting rid of skating rings and everything
Yeah.
around the country. Girl, it ain't no fun no more out here.
Like y'all shouldn't be staring up in adults' faces like all
day.
the time.
Or just scrolling TikTok, hearing adult opinions.
Yeah. Or using adult sounds. Like I'm not even trying to be
Literally,
funny.
yeah.
Take social media from the children.
Take the technology. The elders were right. It is them phones.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. Like when they had like
It is them phones.
like the iPods. Like
Yeah.
that
Love
was
my
cool.
iPod,
That
'cause
was
it's just
cool.
music. You can't do nothing
That
but
was
scroll through music, yeah.
Shoot. You with the iPod, you was selective on what you can and can't do, but full blown access to
TikTok,
all
Facebook,
these
Instagram,
resources.
Twitter,
y'all don't need them. Y'all
YouTube,
don't. Y'all don't.
child.
Y'all don't protect the kids, and that means
Protect them.
prevent them from getting groomed too.
Yes.
Get them kids off of them.
We need to
social
have a whole
medias.
conversation. We need to have a whole episode on grooming alone. I don't think people really know what that looks like and how that can. There's levels to that.
Yeah,
But I hope y'all at least got the message today.
y'all hear us.
If y'all ain't here, I'll come yell at y'all on Instagram about it soon. Because that usually gets through y'all's skull.
Okay.
But if y'all like this episode, tell us your thoughts in the comments. Even if you didn't like this episode, tell us your thoughts in the
Yeah,
comments.
what are
I
you
hope
against?
you liked the episode, because if you didn't like the episode, I'm concerned about you actually. Okay? And why are you here? But because this is an important one. I really just want y'all to protect the children. But like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Watch the video. Tell us how y'all feel in the comments. We want to hear it, especially when it comes to these children. Because before we have kids, we want some things to get straight around here.
Yeah,
Because
I
right
don't
now
even- I don't
it ain't
even want
looking
them.
pretty over here.
I want them, but I don't even want them.
I want them exactly. I'm scared. It ain't looking pretty over here. So let's figure it out, America.
Yeah. And until then, we will catch y'all on Monday, 6 p.m. sharp.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.